What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be talking about DLC in Advanced Warfare and just how much it has an effect on who you connect to and how fast you can actually find matches. This isn't going to be like a super scientific test, it's basically just showing you my experience with this in real time and showing you what it's like with DLC installed and with DLC uninstalled and who you're connecting to around the world. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so the purpose of today's test is to show you the difference between having DLC and not having DLC and who you actually connect to. Because about a month ago, I actually deleted DLC and I noticed I was finding games much quicker and I was also finding games with more consistent and better connections on average. It was basically night and day. As soon as I deleted the DLC, it was just like my eyes were opened and I suddenly had great connections almost all the time, rather than a lot of the time, but then having some weird connections relatively often. And this isn't going to be a super scientific test or anything. I just kind of want to show you what my experiences are. So right now I have all the DLC installed. And what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be searching for a game. And you can see right now on screen, my NetDuma is detecting who I'm connecting to. So anytime a little red dot pops up, that's who I'm connecting to in that lobby. Keep in mind, I am not filtering anything with my NetDuma right now. It's actually turned off. It's just basically detecting who I'm connecting to. It's not doing anything to force any kind of a connection. So let's just start off finding a game of Team Deathmatch. We'll hop into a few different games for a few different lobbies. We'll see how long it takes to find a game. You'll see it says no games found, so now let's keep searching for it. Keep in mind, I am not playing at peak hours. I'm currently playing at right around noon Mountain Time. Which still, there should be a decent player base online at this time, especially with school being out and everything. There we go, we got into a game on Horizon. And as you can see, we'll just wait till these dots settle down on the actual map itself. Sometimes some of them disappear, and that's not actually everyone I'm connecting to. But just looking at the number of dots there, it looks like that's who I'm connecting to right now. So it looks like we're going to have a Seattle dedicated server. Most of us are in the United States. Well, most of everybody else are in the United States, a couple people from Mexico, and a few people over in Europe as well. Looks like 2 people in Europe. Let's just have a quick look here. Yeah, I see somebody with a 2-bar there. Also, one thing that I wanted to point out also that I noticed, again, I'm not going to get super scientific, I'm not going to look up the kill-death ratios of everybody. I noticed I run into typically higher level players and players that are noticeably better when I'm playing when I have DLC enabled, which kind of makes sense because usually it's the more hardcore players that are going to be buying all the DLC and the season pass and everything, whereas the people that don't have DLC typically are going to be people that are a little bit more casual with the game. But let's leave this game here. That gave us the result there. So we got some people from Europe, got some people on the East Coast, basically all over North America, and then a couple in Europe. Let's try a game of domination now. So we'll just, I think I'll just quickly refresh this. Refresh my NetDuma just to clear all those dots out. Oh, get rid of the legend and everything. Make sure we're all lined up. Yep, we're all lined up. Here, let's find a game of domination now. And we'll see how long that takes. We'll see who we connect to. Oh, this time it didn't say no games found. I got 11 potentials. And here we go. Getting into a game of perplexed domination. Looks like we're definitely connected to somebody from Mexico. That may end up being the dedicated. Nope, we're on a Seattle dedicated server, so that's all good there. We got a good dedicated server. No European players this time. We do have the few in Mexico, a couple in California, looks like, and then some towards the East Coast. And again, we'll just have a quick look, see what kind of players are in the lobby, just based on their rank and gamer tag. I know that doesn't mean skill or anything. It's just something to pay attention to. Actually, nobody in the Grandmaster Prestige ranks, or in the Master Prestige ranks, so I'm the only one there, so that's interesting. All right, so let's hop into, let's try a more difficult one, like capture the flag or something. That one's something that not many people play. Let's just see what happens here, searching for a game of capture the flag. Wow, already found 5 potential games. Interesting. Oh, and I just quickly refresh my NetDuma again, so it just refreshes all those dots. Again, I'll have to just get rid of that legend real quick. Alright, so here's all of these people that I'm connecting to. And I might actually wait here and just see how long it takes to actually fill the lobby up as well. I don't know if that's really worth doing, but you can see here, looks like we have a Kansas dedicated server. I'm pretty sure that's Kansas anyways. Somebody told me it was Kansas, so I'm going to go with that. I didn't actually look it up, and I don't know my states very well. But yeah, again, everybody in North America here, that's all good. So I think we'll just leave this one. You can see there. And let's just try one more team deathmatch just because it is like the most popular game mode. See what we get into with DLC enabled here. Trying to find some connections. 16 potential games found. And there we go. Throws us into game of Solar. And again, everybody's kind of all over North America. No Europeans though. A couple. It looks like one person from Mexico. We got people from Texas. Oh, I was going to back out before the game started. Oh well. We'll just back out right at the beginning, and then I'm going to go straight into deleting my DLC like right now. And I just want to point out that I'm doing this like immediately after. I'm not like waiting a few hours and then coming back on. Once DLC is deleted, I will delete it immediately so that it doesn't affect like the playing time, I guess, like the time of day and whether or not it's peak hours and things. But you'll notice I'm getting spread out over North America quite a bit. This is probably what I'm going to be expecting with the DLC disabled as well. I've just got to remember how to do this. My games and apps, that's how we do it. Okay. Games. Advanced Warfare. We want to manage game. Alright, so what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be removing Havoc. So we're going to uninstall Havoc. I'm going to keep Supremacy because that's not in the regular playlist, so it shouldn't have any effect whatsoever. Plus, I like playing Supremacy every now and then. The Ascendance DLC, that's got to go. And also Atlas Gorge, I'm going to get rid of. Kind of, actually, I want to keep Atlas Gorge. I've never played with just Atlas Gorge installed and the other ones uninstalled, because I believe Atlas Gorge is free now. I could be mistaken on that, but we will see. We will see. I'm going to have to quit out of Advanced Warfare probably, and we'll just reload it real quick. I'll just skip ahead once I get in there so this isn't drawn out too much. Alright, here we go. Game loaded up. Let's find a game of Team Deathmatch with all the DLC uninstalled aside from Atlas Gorge and of course Supremacy, which will have no effect on my matchmaking right here. No games found. Same thing popped up here. Searching for available games. No games found. For Team Deathmatches, it's kind of interesting to see right now. 2 potential games found. Checking those ones out. Searching. Still not finding them. I really wonder how much Atlas Gorge has an effect on this. Like, how many people have Atlas Gorge? It may not have much of an effect at all. It might have a pretty big effect. Alright, so here you go. We can see we are, again, connecting to the Seattle dedicated server. That's the one we almost always connect to. Sometimes we get the Kansas one. You can see here we've got a couple players in Mexico, or one person on the Texas-Mexico border somewhere around there. It looks like it probably is in Mexico. And we do have a European in the lobby as well, it looks like. Pretty interesting. So we'll just have a look here. What do we have? Again, we've got no Master Prestige people. A lot of like level or Prestige 1s and 2s. And yeah, not many above 5 for your Prestige levels. But that's interesting. Let's back out of that one. Let's try... we'll just do the same order. We'll go Team Deathmatch, then we try to Domination. Find a... Let's just wait till these dots disappear, or we'll just do a quick refresh on this. Yeah, we'll do Domination, then we'll do Capture the Flag, then we'll go back and do Team Deathmatch again. Just exactly the same order we did beforehand. Alright, let's find a game of Domination, see what it does. Oh, those dots are still appearing for me. They should disappear once I start a new connection, I believe. I think so anyways. Actually, those are all dedicated servers that are popping up right there. There we go. Now they're gone. It was just deciding which dedicated server was going to handle my matchmaking or something. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but those were all the dedicated servers. Well, not all of them, but those were some of them. Wow. Okay, so right now we've got a lot of Europeans in the lobby. And right now, the host of this lobby, it's a player host right now, is in Europe. It's probably going to swap over to a Dedi. Yeah, boom. It just swapped to a Dedi right next to me in Seattle. So all these Europeans are going to have a very bad time, or potentially the leg competition is going to make it so I would have a very bad time. But I'm not playing through these games anyways. I'm just searching for them. I just wanted to see the players real quick, who's in the lobby, and then we'll try a game of Capture the Flag, see how long that takes, and then we'll finally delete the Atlas Gorge, and we'll do that. We'll skip ahead a little bit between all this. I kind of want to get through this as fast as possible. I don't want it to be really long and drawn out. Again, looks like one person in the Master Prestige, one 15th Prestige or 14th, whatever that is. And then everybody else pretty much lower levels for the most part. So we'll back out of this one, and let's find a quick capture the flag. We're in here. Come on, game. Actually, that was pretty fast. Making it sound like, come on, game, you're going so slow. It's not really. It's actually working pretty well. Here we go. All right, hopefully all those dots will just disappear as soon as we form a new connection here. Well, found a lobby pretty quick, but there's only 2 players in it. I'm just going to quickly refresh here again because it looks like I'm still forming a connection of some sort. Or it's still showing people that were in my previous lobby. Now this is showing all the people it's trying to connect to, I believe. I'm not mistaken, but we'll just wait until a few more people join. I'm not going to wait till the beginning of the game. Same story with Capture the Flag. It takes a long time to find a game, regardless of what you have for a router or DLC or anything, it seems. It just takes quite a long time. Yeah, so there's all the people I'm actually connecting to. All those dots finally disappeared. So got somebody in California, and then over there in the States. Over there, that's the best way I can describe it. Oh, wow, okay, that one folded. Let's just see what happens. No games found. See what happens here. Still no games found. Searching for available, no games found. Wow. Not too surprising with Capture the Flag, though. There's really not many people playing Capture the Flag. No games found. Interesting. Well, still nothing found. I think we're just going to leave now. That's kind of proven that point. It's just not finding people to play at all. And we just tested a team deathmatch. We decided to test after that. Wow. Instantly into a match, just like that. Boom. And it looks like we might have some Europeans in here. It's still kind of figuring things out, I think. But it looks like, yeah, we've got Europeans, we've got North Americans. We're kind of all over the place for this one. All right, and as soon as we get in here, I just want to see generally what the level of players are. And there we go. We've got a few like higher level people, some generally lower level people. Yeah, interesting. Well, at least we found that game extremely quickly. That's one thing that's definitely important to point out there. Found it very, very quickly. So now I'm going to delete Atlas Gorge, and I'll skip ahead back to the menu as soon as Atlas Gorge is gone, see if that has an effect on anything. Alright, here we go. We got Atlas Gorge disabled, or uninstalled completely, because there's no disable button, which I really wish they would include, but it doesn't look like they'll be including it in Black Ops 3, just according to Vondahar's tweets. But, still crossing my fingers. Alright, so Team Deathmatch. No games found. This is with no DLC that should be affecting any sort of matchmaking in regular playlists. I still have Supremacy, but that will have no effect on who I connect to here, or it shouldn't at least. Alright, we got a game of Detroit, Team Deathmatch here. Looks like mainly East Coast and a couple Europeans as well. 3-4 Europeans. And a lot of East Coast players. Now, it's not too surprising that I'm running into Europeans and East Coast players, just since it is a little bit earlier. For me, anyways, being more close to the west coast of North America. Oh, it looks like there weren't actually Europeans. I was just attempting to form a connection with Europeans, I believe. So that was a different lobby that they were trying to connect to. And look at that. Look at the level of the people in the game. Got like level 27, no prestige. Level 40, no prestige. Level 38, no prestige. A couple level 50s. And almost everybody is in their first to like third or fourth prestige, if I'm reading the symbols correct. So right there, you can see, at least there, it seems like it's night and day. You turn DLC off, and it's just like, boom, look at that. You've got all those people. Now, I know it was just one lobby. We'll see what happens in the next couple lobbies we join here. We'll go into a game of domination now. See what happens there. See how long it takes. 15 potential games found really, really quickly, too. Just see what happens. Looks like we got terrorist domination. We'll wait till all these dots settle out on the net Duma before we jump to any conclusions, because last time looked like we were connecting to a bunch of Europeans, but it turns out that wasn't the case. We'll wait till we actually get in the game here, because again, it looks like quite a few Europeans in this lobby, but I could be mistaken on that. Come on, get me into the game. Alright, what do we have going on here? Again, you're starting to see a lot of lower level players. Like, we've got a Prestige 10. I don't know what that one is. I think it's like 11 or 12 or something. But we've got like a level 25 no Prestige, level 35 no Prestige. A couple of the lower levels. Again, I don't know exactly what all these Prestige symbols are. But I do remember some of them for sure. And we are definitely connecting to a couple Europeans there. So we've got some Europeans, some East Coast, somebody in California, somebody in Texas. And yeah, there's that lobby. Let's try Capture the Flag now. Let's see if it'll actually find a game of Capture the Flag that we can actually play, which will be interesting to see. I'm still unsure if it will, but we'll see what happens here. 9 potential games found, so it's already finding at least a bunch of potentials. We'll see if it'll actually fill up a full lobby that's full enough for us to actually find a game. And there we go. We do have some higher prestige players here, so that's one thing to point out. Right now, somebody in... Oh, that might be the Demonware server on the NetDuma right now. I don't know. We'll have to actually get into a game just to see what it decides for a dedicated. It's likely just going to be the Seattle dedicated server again, like it usually is. And we'll see what this swaps over to once it picks the server. Yeah, there goes our Seattle dedicated server. That's what we're on right now. Looks like we do have somebody in Ireland playing, though, unless that is just the Demonware server that it's connecting to still. Could be wrong on that. I don't know 100% of the details with the NetDuma yet. Still figuring some things out. But you guys can see there, we're connecting somebody from Florida, Texas, California, and a few places on the East Coast. And there, yeah, some higher level players. But we were actually able to find a game of Team Deathmatch within a minute or so. I didn't actually time it, but within about a minute. Whereas with DLC, we couldn't find anything. So let's try one more Team Deathmatch here. And this will be the last of our little lobby tests. There we go. Look at all the levels of the people in the lobby. We've got a lot of first prestigers. We've got one guy that's in his, what is that, like 20-something prestige with the gold tag there. And this is all East Coast, it looks like, for the most part. Oh, and somebody from near me. That's pretty rare to see, like somebody in my same province. I've actually got my little beacon now, like my little home thing. That's actually set to my location now, so that's where I'm at. Don't stalk me. But it's Edmonton, Alberta. It was just a rough guess anyway. So they're like just west of me, whoever that is that I'm connecting to here. And we'll just wait and see which dedicated server it picks. Looks like, oh no, those are just dedicated servers. It's pinging right now in Tokyo and a few different places around the world. I think it's just trying to pick a dedi. So we'll see once it starts. All those ones disappeared. And again, we got the Seattle dedicated server. And yeah, there we go. There's all the people we're connecting to. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Basically, take what you will out of this. I'm not doing any super statistical analysis of this, but you can see on average it seemed like I was getting into games a lot faster. I'm not too sure if I was running into less Europeans or not. It feels like I still ran into Europeans with the DLC disabled, so that's just how that works. But like I said, take from this what you will, and hope you guys enjoyed this little test here, and I will talk to you guys next time.